10-minute and 55-second mic check. .10:36. .948, 947. Jamestown Livestream. We are here at Jamestown, Missouri, where the Indians on the Eagles. Currently, the Jamestown Lady Eagles are on the road at Versailles. If you want to check stream district and page and leading on that one. So for the 36-20 on Morgan County Facebook page. But here, it's the start of the JV game where these Jamestown JV Eagles will try to extend their winning season so far. We got some new toys to play with here in the gym, our new camera. Please bear with us tonight as we go through some of the bugs, but we have different camera angles that we can bring to you. And we're going to try and use this angle that you're seeing right now to bring you the game action. So the camera will not follow the ball, but the entire court is in view, and the scoreboard is in your view as well. So you should be able to see the current score and the current time on your TV screen. But I'll try to update you. You might be able to. Of course, my partner John Murray is with me tonight. He's putting in some names, numbers in the stat program so we can keep up with some stats for us tonight. And let's go ahead and bring us our flagship name.
Yep. Yeah, we'll have to look at the camera, but. We did. Yep. Yeah, we engraved this downstairs. Figured give us something to help us stand out a little bit, because.
What kind of machine do you have that does a sign like this?
Laser engraver, and so we've used it a lot to make a lot of cornhole boards for the kids and make a lot of different projects. And so whenever we decided we were going to do this, I thought it'd be a great opportunity to engrave as a sign so that we can have up here that Jay Thompson just loves.
Okay. So is our coaching staff team bench.
Yeah.
I don't know that they're going to love having us in their ear all night, but in a minute when the game starts going, they're going to forget all about us. And
absolutely. And I'm pretty sure Jay Thompson admitted that he absolutely loved everything we were doing. He might not admit it to public, but he told me privately that he just loves it.
And I also think that he really wants to do some post-game interviews, but he's just a really shy.
He is. Yeah, he is a very shy person, but eventually we will get him up here to do an interview.
Okay, so we are now a minute 22 away from the start of this. Give me 1 second, and we need to cue up the national anthem. So we'll be back in just a minute. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Jamestown High School for tonight's games between the Russellville Indians and the Jamestown Eagles. We would like to remind all spectators that while this game is competitive, it's also an educational experience for all players and students. So let's show respect and sportsmanship throughout this contest. At this time, Please remove cover for the playing of the national anthem. Now for the River Region Credit Union starting lineups. First of all, for the guests on the scoreboard, Russellville, number 20, Landon Plockberger. Number 24, Bryce Bryant. Number 25, Ethan Hickey. Number 33, Simon Hartman. And number 34, Bryce Hale. And now get on your feet for your Jamestown Eagles. Starting number 15, Zach Hargis. Number 22, Evan Shintal. Number 24, Chase Klund. Number 25, Skylar Duncan. And number 30, Gage Reynolds. All right, we're ready to get this game underway. And I'm sure we'll experience some technical difficulties as we figure this out as we get going here, but we'll figure them out as we go. All right, this is number 24. I'm going to need your program here, Coach. All right, and the ball is stolen by Evan Shintal down in the lower corner, and he brings the ball up the floor. Evan, Chase, and Gage up high. Skylar Duncan over on the right wing. He has the ball, and he looks to pass. Gives it to Gage, top of the key. Now Chase Klund with the ball over to Evan in the left corner. Evan throws it to Skylar on the cut, who mishandles it, but Chase up. And a good pass over to Zach Hargis, who wasn't ready for the pass. Some tough plays where, you know, just got to get on the same page early on. Number 25, this is Hickey, handles the ball for the Indians. 34 down into the paint. And the ball is out of bounds on a Jamestown Eagle. I think that was off of Skylar Duncan. It's going to be Indian ball underneath their basket. Ball's inbounded to number 20, Landon Plockberger. Shot doesn't go. Rebounds number 15, Zach Hargis. Doesn't go. Hits off the that one to make that play. Gage. Bam! 3-0 Jamestown. Blockberg handles the ball. Ball is picked up by Zach Hargis. Zach Hargis on the break. He goes down, lays it up and in, and it's 5 to Jamestown. 5 minutes and 20 seconds. Number 25, Hickey. Top of key. Back over to number 34. That's Hale. Okay. Now it's down into the paint to number 33, Josiah Herman. Between the JV team and the varsity team, so I'm not sure if all these numbers on the program are correct. Evan Shintaw drives the lane, gives a little flip pass over to Zach Hargis, who lays it 7-0 Eagles. Blockberger over to Herman. Ball swings around. Blockberger for 3. Strong, doesn't go, but rebounded by an Indian down in the low paint who shoots it. It's rebounded. Floor. Outlets the ball up the floor to Gage Reynolds, but the pass is incomplete, and it's a turnover for Jamestown. Goes up. Got a report that we're going to figure out. We'll figure out some. See what's going on with some of this. Could be our microphone. Could be our cord. Not sure. Could be our feed. I'm not sure. Well, like I said, we're going to figure some things out as best we can. My question to some fans is is the camera feed choppy, or we'll see. If you got an answer to that, let us know. And a flip shot goes up and is brought down by 2 opposing players, and it's a jump ball, and it's going to be Jamestown ball. All right, Chase Glenn brings the ball up the floor for the Eagles, passes it over to Reynolds on the left wing. Reynolds with the ball. Skylar Duncan, top of the key, flips it over to Evan Shintaw, down to Klund in the corner. Gage Reynolds, top of the key, 3-point shot. Bam! 10-2 Jamestown. Hickey brings the ball up the floor for the Indians. Good. Well, I'm glad to hear the camera's good. I'm getting that report. We're going to, at the next dead ball, we'll switch microphones here, and we'll see if we can't get a better sound for you. And a little lob pass into the paint for Blockberger, who takes a power dribble, goes up and misses, and rebounded Hargis. Klund, he sees the floor. Right now, these Eagles are just a little bit discombobulated. They're not quite on the same page, but still leading 10-2, so that's a good sign. 2 minutes and 55 seconds on the clock. Jamestown running man-to-man defense. Long three-point attempt for Russellville, doesn't go. Long rebound for Duncan. Duncan drives the floor. He's defended by 2, flips it up and lays it in, and that's good, and it's 12-2 Jamestown. And tipped pass, Klund with the steal. He's all alone in the open court, lays it up and in, and now it's 14-2. Jamestown, 2 minutes and 21 seconds. Timeout Russellville. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. So, John Murray. Okay. Yep. We're going to see here now. So a lot of stuff happening. And one of the things I'm wondering about is if my computer here, when it does that, I need to maybe turn off some of my screensaver, some of my other programs. I think it might be overrunning some of our system.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it goes. What have you thought about the JV game so far?
So far, boys, they came out and they've been really aggressive. They've been playing really well. The scoring's been very spread out. As you can see, Zach has 4. I mean, We have a couple three-pointers, hit several steals and layups. I mean, the boys have looked good so far.
Yeah, I think so. And you know, it's a JV game, but these are experienced players out here too.
Absolutely.
You know, these are guys that are getting some varsity minutes.
Yep.
And got some varsity minutes last year, and you know, that's an experienced squad for a JV team.
Yeah. Nope. They're good, and keep getting more experience will help them later on.
And we got a whole squad of subs. All right, Russellville with the ball. Drives the lane. That's number 32. And I'll try and get better with names as I go. First shot is missed. An offensive rebound is put back up and in. Russellville now with 4 points, 14-4, Jamestown. Klund enters the ball into the elbow area for Zach Hargis. Zach flips it back out to Klund on the left wing. Evan Shintal, long three, hits the front of the iron, rolls over, rebounded by Russellville. Oh, and a great steal by Evan Shintal. Just picks the pocket of the Russellville Indian. He's fouled as he goes up for the layup. He slaps his hands together because he's frustrated that he missed the shot. But good, strong take by Evan Shintal. We got 2 shots for Evan. And then we're going to have a whole host of subs coming into the game for the Eagles. First free throw attempt is strong and no good. And then we got Shane Harlan and Carter Monroe coming into the game. Shane replaces Chase Klund. Carter replaces Zach Hargis. And Landon Allen will be replacing the shooter, Evan Shintal. And his second free throw attempt is good. And so good minutes for those starters. Okay, Russellville bringing the ball up the floor. And a double dribble applied to number 33. Now, I've got a 33 as a Simon Hartman, and I've got a 33 as a Josiah Herman. Which one is it? It's Simon. Simon Hartman. Okay. Okay, ball's passed into the paint for Carter. Monroe. Carter puts it up strong and in. 17-4 Jamestown. Minute 6 left to play in the first quarter. Ball's passed out on the right wing for Russellville. Number 4, Campbell Nichols, back up into the paint for number 33, Hartman. Now number 20, Plockberger, with the little bank shot doesn't go, and that is Jamestown. And a couple different things happened there, but they called the ball out of bounds on a block by Landon Allen, so it's going to be Russellville ball underneath their baseline. And a long inbounds pass to the top of the key, and Hartman drives the lane, lays it up, and he misses. Rebounded by Monroe over to Shane Harlan. Shane picks it up, throws it over to Duncan on the right wing, into the paint for Monroe. Monroe looking. I don't. And in the middle of technical difficulties with our new streaming system, our scoreboard just glitched as well. So we got all sorts of stuff we're going to have to figure some bugs out, John.
You just got to love technology.
I get up every day and say, I love technology.
Well, good.
All right, first free throw attempt here for Plockberger is no good. Second free throw attempt is strong, no good. Rebounded by Duncan, outlet to Gage Reynolds. Gage brings the ball up the right side, gives the ball over to Shane Harlan. Shane's the point guard on this team right now. Over to Landon Allen. Landon looking for Carter. Carter trying to get an inside seal. It doesn't go. Gage Reynolds. Little head and shoulder fake. Back over to Allen on the right wing. Allen there. He gets his lob pass into Monroe. Monroe puts it up strong, and it's in. He goes over the front of the rim with that one, and it's 1 second left. Oh, and Gage Reynolds steals the inbounds pass, puts the shot up, and it doesn't go. But good awareness by the junior Gage Reynolds. All right, John Murray. Let's see if we can really mess up some technology right now. And let's go to our between the quarter camera view. I don't know if it's changing at all right now. On my computer screen, it's not. But we're trying to bring a zoom in here on us. And it looks like my camera's frozen up a little bit. So who knows what we got.
I think it's coming.
You think the camera's just a little slow to react?
I think so.
Okay, well, we'll let it do its thing there. What can you say again about that first quarter? But great things by the Jamestown Eagles.
Yeah, I thought it was a great first quarter for the boys. Leading 19-4, you can't ask for anything more than that. Again, they were aggressive. They played good, made good decisions. Not many turnovers for the quarter. You just can't ask for much more than that.
Russellville's just not asking right now.
No, they've struggled some. They've missed several easy layups, and like I said, our boys have done a great job scoring 19 points in a quarter. You'll take that a lot of time.
Every single time.
Absolutely.
You're right. Okay, so the camera, it seems like, is a little sluggish to change angles for us. That's one thing we'll definitely have to work on. Maybe we'll stop going onto us so much, because that's one thing our viewers don't want to see is you and I. They want to see the game. So if we can't get that to work, and in the meantime, a score here by Russellville. Okay, we'll just call the game while we got the camera frozen here. Carter Monroe with the ball on the right elbow. Dribbles once. Oh, and then that's a straight-up double dribble, Carter. You can't do that. He knew that. As soon as he took off, he knew he couldn't do that. And finally, my camera changes back to the court view. And like I said, it's a learning process for us. Give us a little bit of a curve here, folks, please. We appreciate your patience. And a long three by number 24. That's Bryce Bryant for Russellville. And now it's 19-9. Russellville cutting into that Jamestown lead. Chase Clunn drives the lane, goes up strong, draws the foul. He'll be shooting 2 at the free throw line. My technical advisor is texting me. He says, I think I got it now. Don't touch anything else. That's my technical advisor. He knows who he is. So Chase misses the first free throw. 5 minutes and 59 seconds on the clock. 19-9 is our score here. A quick update on the road at Versailles. The girls are in the fourth quarter, and they lead by 11. So great effort so far for the Lady Eagles. Bring it on home. Offensive rebound by Carter Monroe. Ball's kicked out to Shane Harlan for 3. Bam! Great shot and great ball movement by the Jamestown Eagles. 22-9 is our score. Ball on the left wing for Russellville. Long three. Hits the backboard, doesn't go. Couple Jamestown Eagles get their hands on it, but Chase Clunn comes up with the rebound, drives the lane, kicks it out to Gage Reynolds in the corner. Ball is bobbled and still kind of bobbled. Gage didn't get it very clean, and that foul is on 5-2 for Russellville. That is Zane Sloiter. And it's their fourth team foul for Russellville. Landon Allen three from the corner doesn't go. Follows his shot, gets his own rebound, lays it up, but it doesn't go. And a long outlet pass. It's a 2-on-1 break for Russellville. And a bounce pass into the block. Little shot here by number 5. 5 is Drake Arms, and he makes it. It's 22-11. Jamestown lead is cut in half. Hirschvogel set to check in for the Eagles. Landon Allen with the ball. Ball's moved around the perimeter. Clunn with the ball. Out to Gage, top of the key. Bam! Gage Reynolds. That's 6 points for Gage. 2 long balls for him. Plockberger brings the ball up the floor for Russellville, over to the right wing, and a long three here. Doesn't go. Rebounded by Carter Monroe. Strong on the pivot foot, but he's trapped, and he hands it off to Chase Clunn. Chase drives the lane. It's a 3-on-2 break for Jamestown. Gage Reynolds for another three. Long. Doesn't go. Ball is bobbled. Picked up by 5. That's Arms. And then pass is stolen by Jamestown, and then it's into the paint for Shane Harlan, who lays it up and in. What a sequence of events that was.
Great aggression by Chase Clun.
Entry pass. Plockberger pounds the ball, tries to back Gage Reynolds down inside. That's one thing you're not going to do too much of is bulldoze your way through Gage Reynolds.
No, he's going to hold his ground, do it, and do a great job on defense.
And that's exactly what he did. Hirschvogel replaces Monroe, so this will be the first minutes of the game for Henry. And we got Landon, Gage, Shane, Henry, and Chase Clund on the court for the Eagles. Stay on your toes, Eagles. Don't jump up trying to block shots or deflect passes. Just stay down and play good defense. And number 32, that's Caden Cook, scores for Russellville, and the score is now 27-13. Hirschvogel with the ball at the elbow, flips it out to Clund, screens for Clund. Clund goes around the opposite way, away from the screen, rebounded by Hirschvogel, kicked it out to Landon, and then over into the corner for Clund. That shot's going to be short. Looks like the ball got deflected maybe a little bit. And I was anticipating a call there. It didn't happen, but it is out off of Jamestown, and it's going to be Russellville ball underneath their basket. And a little shot goes up, no good. Rebounded off the glass by Shane Harlan. Shane pushes the ball up the floor to Landon Allen, who bounce passes the ball into the paint for Hirschvogel, who wasn't quite set up for the pass. And that ball goes out of bounds. Once again, it's Russellville ball. At the next dead ball, we'll update you on the Jamestown Lady Eagles score. Plockberger has the ball top of the key. Over to 32. That's Cook, who throws up a three. Doesn't go off the far side of the iron. Rebounded by number 24, Bryce Bryant. And it's going to be off of a Jamestown Eagle, maybe Clunder Reynolds. And it's Russellville ball. Oh, and a great deflection there by Clund. And again, I'm kind of anticipating a couple calls, but I don't see them happening. These officials are letting them play. There's no doubt about that.
Which you love to see in a JV game.
Yeah, let them play. Let them learn the game. There's no doubt about that. Oh, great entry pass. That's a nice little play by the Jamestown Eagles. Shane Harlan just slices and dices his way through there, and there is nobody near him, and he lays it in for two. And then Russellville takes it the length of the court real quickly and lays it in for two, and it's 29-15 our score here at Jamestown. Into the paint for Hirschvogel. He looks over his shoulder, kicks it back out to Harlan. Harlan goes off the screen, drives the lane, lands, flips it up, and it's a block foul called against Russellville. And he calls that on the shot. It's not on the floor, so Shane Harlan will step to the line shooting two. First free throw attempt by Harlan is no good. A couple substitutions into the game for Russellville. It's going to be number 4, Campbell Nichols, into the game, and 34, Bryce Hale. Shane's second free throw attempt is strong. It doesn't go. Rebounded by Plockberger. Outlets the ball to number 32, Caden Cook. Back to Plockberger, who drives the lane, and is stolen by Gage Reynolds. And Russellville's coach is starting to holler a little bit at the officials. Thinks he's got a couple of says, hey, maybe call him on both ends.
Yeah. I think overall the officials have done a pretty good job so far today.
Clund drives the lane, kind of out of control, kicks it back out to Landon for the three. Bam! And another Jamestown three. And, John, that's one thing you can say about this first half. Jamestown has shot hot behind the three-point line.
Yeah, they've been really good out there, and we know they love to shoot it.
And now they call a illegal screen against Russellville, and the Russellville crowd is starting to get a little antsy. And I guess I might be too if I was in their shoes. The fouls are now 6-2. Russellville 6, Jamestown 2 team fouls. So a little unbalanced right there. And I know Jamestown's got away with a few.
Yeah, they have. So we'll see as the night progresses if they get more and more animated.
Hirschvogel for 2, strong off the backboard, doesn't go. Rebounded by Russellville. Ball's pushed down the lane and stolen by Hirschvogel. Hirschvogel hustled back and got that pass, picked it right off clean, and Jamestown going the other way. Reynolds with the ball, kicks it into Hirschvogel on the right baseline. Henry having a little spin move and go to the basket. And he passes it off to Harlan. Harlan's underneath the basket, kicks it out to Reynolds. Reynolds for 3, doesn't go off the front of the iron, poked up high by Klund, rebound by Klund. Klund has the ball in the left corner, kicks it back out to Landon Allen, gives a little head and shoulder fake, passes it across to Reynolds, and that pass is stolen. Blockberger goes up strong, misses, rebounded by Landon Allen. We're under 40 seconds to go in the half. Over to Klund. Klund drives, pulls it back out, sets the ball up, top of the key, flips it over to Reynolds. Reynolds to Landon, Landon into Hirschvogel. Hirschvogel with the ball on the right block. He's double teamed. He kicks it back out to Allen. Allen has the ball, dribbles, 20 seconds left on the clock. Harlan over to Gage Reynolds. Reynolds back out to Landon Allen, top of the key. Long 3 doesn't go. And ball is poked around loose and is picked up by Landon Allen. 8 seconds to go. Skip pass. Ball is. And great hustle by Blockberger and Gage Reynolds, and that ball is poked out of bounds, but it's going to be Jamestown ball. 3.2 seconds left to go. And what do we got? Shane Harlan into Klund. Klund crosses the half-court line, and with less than a second to go, flips it up and misses, and that's your half. 32-15 is your halftime score. So, again, a great half. John, can you update us from Versailles?
Yeah, as of right now, the Lady Eagles are winning 52-41 with 2 minutes and 42 seconds to go. Looks like the Lady Eagles are putting up a great game down there at Versailles, and hopefully they can close out this last 3 minutes and bring home a win.
So we have 10 minutes of halftime here at Jamestown, and less than 10 minutes. So if you want to flip your YouTube channel over to Morgan County Morgan County R2, you can catch the last 2 minutes of the Jamestown girls game.
Yep.
That's what we're going to do. So we'll catch you back here. There's no shutting down this feed. It's going to stay on.
Yep.
You won't hear any sound, but you'll see the kids warming up at halftime and all that. And we'll come back to you with a couple minutes left to go in the half.
Yep.
Okay, we are back from Jamestown High School. Second half of this JV boys basketball game between the Jamestown Eagles and the Russellville Indians. And at halfway point, Jamestown's up 32-15. We're going to have a final from you from that girls' game at Versailles in just a moment as Shane Harlan drives the lane and a little dish pass over to Carter Monroe, bounces around the rim and finally drops, and it's 34-15 Jamestown. Oh, and a steal by Evan Shintal on the far side of the court. He attacks, no numbers, pulls it out. And then Evan bounced it off his shoes. Speaking of shoes, Zach Hargis was down here on this end of the court trying to put his back on. I looked up and I said, Jamestown's only got 4 players on this end of the court. Where's Zach? Oh, he's down here putting his shoe on. Literally ran out of his shoes. Okay, Russellville brings the ball up the floor, crosses the half-court line at the top of the key, picks it up, and drags his toe, and that's a travel. And it's back to Jamestown ball. So a little sloppiness by both teams to start the second half.
A little rusty coming out at halftime, but they'll sharpen back up.
And we got, I don't know. All right, Clun to Harlan. Harlan holds the ball, flips it out on the left wing to Hargis. Hargis looking for Evan Shintal. He flips it out to him. Evan over to Shane Harlan, drives the right baseline, jump stops, and he's stuck underneath the basket. And he finally gets the ball back out to Clun, who continues his path. And no call down underneath the basket. Zach Hargis for 3 as an air ball, doesn't go. And poked around and out of bounds off of number 24 for Russellville. That's Bryce Bryant. We're going to bring you that Jamestown Lady Eagles score on the next dead ball. 3-point shot for Evan. Doesn't go. Rebounded by 24. That's Bryant for Russellville. He goes the length of the court, goes up against 2 defenders, and okay, so this game's starting to get a little bit chippy here. Now, if you're watching this at home, there are some things that it's just flat out getting physical both ways, and these guys are not calling it tight. Like we said, they're going to let the guys play a little bit. So you combine chippy with inexperience sometimes on JV teams. This can start to look a little bit physical, but both of these teams are trying to play good, clean ball. They're just playing aggressive. And that's the first team foul of the half for either team. That's Russellville. And its score is still 34-15, 5 minutes and 19 seconds left to go. We got a final, John Murray. What is it?
Yep, the ladies' game has gone final, and our girls beat Versailles 58-51. So a great game, Lady Eagles.
Absolutely.
Way to bring home a first win of the night.
Yeah, that's right. They're on the board first as a W. And a great job, Belvin Myers and Coach Michaela Howard. Way to bring home the W, Lady Eagles. That'll be a happy bus ride home for the girls.
Absolutely.
All right, Russellville ball coming down the floor. Handles the ball between the circles. Flips it out to a teammate on the left wing, right wing. Check that. I don't know my left from my right. And a little jump pass from the lane doesn't go. Rebounded by Carter. He gives the ball up to Clun. Clun brings the ball to the floor, passes it off to Hargis. Hargis looks, dumps it into Carter Monroe in the low baseline area on the right side, and back out to Shane Harlan, who dribbles up high, back out to Evan Shintal, top of the key, flips the ball around to Chase Clun. Ball's poked away. Chase picks it up clean. That's a legal play. Ball was poked by Russellville. Now Evan with the ball, kicks it out to Hargis on the right wing. Back out to Evan, top of the key. Head and shoulder fake doesn't go. Back out to Hargis. Hargis dribbles the ball top of the key over to Shane on the left wing. Shane calls out the offense, sets up his teammates. Shane, top of the key, drives the lane left-handed. Ball stripped out of his hands, and it's going to stay Jamestown ball. Inbounds for the Eagles underneath their basket. And the ball's thrown into Harlan on the left wing. He dribbles it back over between the circles, top of the key. Passes it out to Clun on the right wing. Clun looking Carter. Carter Monroe in the baseline. Gives it into Zach Hargis in the paint, who lays it up and in, and that's good. 36-15, Jamestown. Allen and Hirschvogel getting set to check into the game for Jamestown. Long three-pointer for Russellville doesn't go. Rebounded by Evan Shintal. Evan says, I'll bring the ball up the floor. Shane, I'll give it back to you when we get there, and that's what he does. Over to Klund on the right wing. Takes a dribble. And a little bit of aggressive play. Nothing wrong with that. Good, strong defense, and now he's going to get called for the bump foul. That's number 24, Bryce Bryant. Both teams with a couple substitutions. Monroe comes out of the game for Jamestown, and Evan Shintal comes down and has a seat. And, you know, these guys only have so many quarters to play a night, John Murray, so you know Coach Thompson's paying attention to how many quarters his guys get in because there's still a varsity game to go.
Absolutely.
And a nice little layup there, lefty layup by Shane Harlan, the left-handed specialist. And Jamestown foul. The score is 38-15. Once again, we want to congratulate the Jamestown Lady Eagles for picking up the W on the road tonight at Versailles. What was the final on that score, John? You said, but I forgot.
58-51, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, a 7 or 8 point game. They held the lead as many as 12 or 13 points at one time. So they just went out on the road and dominated tonight.
Did a great job and closed out the game, and great job, Lady Eagles.
And Versailles, that's a Class 4 basketball team.
It is.
Now, for Class 4, they struggle a little bit.
Yep.
But that's a team that's even with our girls, and our girls handled business.
Yeah, they did a good job.
Hargis for three. Bam! 41-15 Jamestown, and Jamestown's running away with this thing now. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to go, and that was, hey, I can say it because I'm his dad. Hirschvogel didn't slide his feet and get in position and cut that drive off, and Russellville scored a layup. Yeah, now we got a double dribble here by Chase Klund.
He was trying to pass it there, and Henry didn't cut up fast enough, and then he tried to take an extra dribble.
You know, the freshman's learning.
He is, and that's what the JV games are made for.
Really been impressed with how Coach Thompson and Coach Smith work with their young players and teach them the game. All right. Jamestown defending man-to-man. Plockberger handles the ball for Russellville. And a ball is stolen by Zach Hargis, who turns and just throws the ball up the floor without seeing, and by that time a couple of Russellville players had gotten back. Oh, and that's a tough luck play right there for Russellville. Number 4, Campbell Nichols, takes off with the ball, and he tries to stop, and his feet slide out from underneath him, and he travels.
Yeah, you hate to see that.
Ball's into the elbow for Hirschvogel, left elbow. Out to Shane Harlan on the left wing, back to Hirschvogel in the paint, but the pass is intercepted. Coming up the floor is Russellville. And another layup is good.
It's a good, strong take by 32 for Russellville.
Absolutely. Into the paint for Hirschvogel. He's looking for the dump pass. Back out to Shane. He's going to set the screen, and he's going to roll. Ball's reversed around the outside of the lane. Over to Klund. Klund up to Hargis. Hargis drives the lane, kicks it out to Landon Allen. Landon Allen for three. Oh, pinball's in and out, doesn't go. Plockberger bringing the ball up for Russellville, throws it into the paint for number 33, who lays it up and in. And once again, Hirschvogel, you got to get over there.
Yeah, he took his chance on the steal and missed it and led to an easy layup.
Yep. Sometimes, you know, you want to get that steal, but sometimes it's better just to play good, solid defense, stay behind your man, and don't let him get to the basket on you. Right now is a chance for him to recognize how that man's playing him, and he could roll to the basket with the ball.
And again, that's what will come with experience.
Landon drives, takes it up to the hoop strong, but it rolls around the rim, gets his own rebound, goes back up, and he's fouled. Good hustle by Landon Allen to go after that rebound. Follows his shot, goes back up strong. Team fouls both low for both teams. Jamestown has 2 team fouls this half. Russellville has 3. First free throw attempt by Landon Allen is good. And Evan Shintal into the game for Shane Harlan. Evan, Chase Klund, Landon Allen, Henry Hirschvogel, and Zach Hargis. Long rebound off the free throw attempt doesn't go. Landon Allen picks it up. He's got it in a clean break. Kicks it across the lane to Evan Shintal for 3. Rims in and out, doesn't go, and rebounded Russellville. That's number 32, Caden Cook. Caden Cook handles the ball, drives the length of the floor, and he is fouled by Evan Shintal on the shot. Evan went up for the block and then got the hand. Both teams with 3 team fouls now. That's 2 personal fouls on Evan Shintal. Second free throw attempt, no good. And ball's rebounded by Cook for Russellville. Backs out, throws it to number 3. 33, Simon Hartman, who puts the ball up, and that's good. And now the score is 42-24. Jamestown. Klund handles the ball, and he's fouled by number 4, Campbell Nichols. 3.9 seconds left on the clock. It's going to be Jamestown ball on the sideline. Let's see if they can get a quick shot up. A little confusion there by the Eagles to throw that ball in. Great entry pass to Landon Allen, and Landon acts like he's not quite sure how much time was left on the clock.
Yeah, they didn't execute that into the quarter play like they're supposed to.
And I'm sure, and there's Coach Thompson coaching his sophomore player right there and saying, okay, got to recognize time and score.
Which again is the exact purpose of this game, is to let them get some experience and learn how to play the game better, so when they hit varsity, they'll hit the ground running.
Jamestown Eagle fans, update from the Lady Eagles at Versailles. The Lady Eagles pulled off the victory. They get the win over Versailles tonight, 58-51, so congratulations, Jamestown Lady Eagles. All right, here we go. Coming back out on the floor for the Jamestown Eagles to start the fourth quarter. We've got Reynolds, Duncan, Allen, Klund, and who'd I miss? Zach Hargis. Okay, so 1 quarter left to play. Jamestown leads by 18 right now. And the ball's passed down into the paint for number 5. That's Drake Arms. A-R-M-E-S. I think it's pronounced Arms. Long shot. It's a 2-point attempt. Doesn't go. Rebounded by Russellville. Doesn't go. Another offensive rebound by Russellville. Doesn't go. Finally rebounded by Zach Hargis, who, Zach sprints down the floor. And Zach's a track star.
Yeah, great athlete, and sometimes he gets going a little fast for his ball handling.
And, well, that time he got that rebound and sprinted past about 3 or 4
you love
defenders.
To see, that aggression, get the ball and take off.
Down the floor. Long 3 by Reynolds. Hits off the front of the iron. Rebounded by Duncan. Another opportunity for Jamestown. Gage drives the lane, and he's going to be called for the charge. It could have gone either way right there, but definitely maybe lowered his shoulder a little bit there, and, hey, take a chance. That's only his 2nd personal foul. It's Jamestown's 4th team foul, both teams with 4 team fouls. Blockberger handling the ball. Oh, and it's deflected by Chase Klund, and it's out of bounds. It's going to be, once again, Russellville ball. I think this continues our streak, John Murray, of games played with multiple mullets on the court. Blockberger sporting I think that's a mullet, isn't it?
A mullet that's even permed.
It's like a perm and a mullet. And he just banked a 3 in, and it's 42-27.
Power of the mullet.
Mullet power. Landon Allen, bam, he fits a 3 in, and then he goes down the other end of the court and gets a steal, throws it up for a teammate, but that pass gets intercepted, and then a shot by Russellville doesn't go, and it's Jamestown ball. Substitutions for the Jamestown Eagles. Carter Monroe comes in for Zach Hargis, and number 42, Shane Harlan, in the floor for Chase Klund. I really have been impressed by Chase Klund handling the offense tonight and, getting his teammates set up and playing really good defense.
Yeah, he's done a good job. I mean, he's always going to be aggressive for you. And yeah, like you said, done a good job running the point for us.
Landon Allen, another three. Banks doesn't go. Rebounded by 44, Carter Monroe, who draws the over-the-back charge against, that foul was called on number 25 of Russellville. That's Ethan Hickey. And again, several substitutions in the game for Russellville. And the ball is thrown. Gage Reynolds gets fouled on the shot. That shot is good. And he's going to get one free throw here to complete the old-fashioned three-point play. Free throw is up, and it's good. And the score is 48-27, Jamestown. Just over 5 minutes left to play in this game. A long three by Russellville is airballed and deflected by Russellville player. Back inbounds, picked up by Gage Reynolds, who maybe carried the ball but was kind of passing. He might have been up in the air while he did that. Ball's passed to Carter Monroe into the left baseline, who handles back out to Skylar Duncan. Skylar goes around the defender, pulls it up. That shot's blocked. That's picked up by number 32, Caden Cook. Caden Cook handles the ball top of the key between the circles for Russellville. Drives a couple defenders, gets bumped pretty hard, but no call. And is picked up by Jamestown. And another charge against Gage Reynolds. That's his second consecutive personal.
He definitely lowered the shoulder on that one.
Absolutely. He went down low.
You do love the aggressiveness by
Absolutely.
our junior.
I mean, what can you say? He's playing hard. He's going hard to the basket. He just needs to keep that shoulder up just a little bit.
Yep, just a little bit.
All right. Here we go. 4 minutes, 28 seconds on the clock. And Plockberger picks it up. It's dead. And
raining it in from downtown.
Somebody better go up there. Brian Shintel better go up there and make sure that the bank's locked, because right now the bank's wide open at Jamestown. Both teams knocking in bank shots left and right. That thing was 7 feet behind the three-point line. And a little flip shot in there by Gage Reynolds is good. And the score is now 50-30, Jamestown extending their lead out to 20. And another long three there. Russellville says, we're going to just let it rain.
Absolutely. Down by 20, let her fly.
I didn't bring my umbrella. All right, Shane Harlan handles the ball and picks it up top of the key, over to Duncan, over to Reynolds. Here comes Landon Allen, and Landon Allen pulls up for three. That doesn't go. Rebounded by Plockberger, and a reach-in foul by Landon Allen. And that's the 6th-team foul for Jamestown. 16 fouls for both teams. Next time, substitution for Jamestown, Chase Klund in for Skylar Duncan. Next time either team fouls, we'll be shooting bonus. Russellville getting pretty aggressive with their offense right now. That's number 24, Bryce Bryant. He can't get his shot to fall. It's rebounded by Russellville out to Plockberger, who pulls it up. He's guarded closely by Reynolds. Reynolds over to number 22. 22 is Brennan Stinson, who drives the lane and lays it up. And that's good. And now Jamestown leads by 18. Ball into the paint for Monroe, and then a little sloppy pass back out to Harlan. Gets poked out by number 52. That's Zane Sloiter. Hirschvogel into the game for Jamestown now with 2 minutes and 57 seconds left to play. He's in for Carter Monroe. He's wide open underneath the basket. Nobody's guarding him. Now the Russellville player picks him up. Oh, solid screen there by Chase Klund. Klund drives the lane, draws two defenders, and They're going to call a bump foul against Russellville. Hey, listen, I'm no referee. I pretended to be one as a head coach for a lot of years. I probably would have called the travel on that play.
I probably would.
I would agree. I think Klund ran into a solid defender, lost his footing, and the official called the foul. Hey, we're the homers. We'll take that. But he misses the front end of the 1-and-1 anyway, so ball's going Russellville direction. Gage Reynolds goes for the steal. Plockberger drives by him. He dishes the ball off to teammate. That shot's missed. Shot goes off, and now we got a jump ball. These young Russellville players, there's a lot of them with some length. They got some long arms out here. That number 24, Bryce Bryant, his arms hang down to his kneecaps.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be a big physical player here in a few years, I think.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, and we got a travel here.
Took an extra step. I think they called it a carry.
They call it carry. I think he slid his foot a little bit.
Travel, carry. Either way, it's a turnover.
Okay, so we're under 2.5 to play. 2 minutes and 21 seconds. Both teams looking a little bit sloppy now. I think both teams the game's out of hand. It's 18-point difference, and both teams are kind of thinking, well, let's just get on with the varsity game.
Yep.
Entry pass into the paint, and that's 24. Bryant, he goes up strong. Fouled by Chase Klund. He misses the shot, so he's going to get 2 free throw attempts. First free throw attempt is off of the back of the iron, doesn't go. Second free throw attempt is good. 50-33 is your score. 2 minutes and 7 seconds left to play. Ball's passed into the paint for Hirschvogel. Hirschvogel has the ball. About to get pushed off of himself. You can take a dribble, Henry. If you need to create space for yourself. Foul is called on 24. That's Bryant. Chase Klund steps to the free throw line for a 1-and-1 opportunity. Russellville's 8th team foul. Jamestown has 7 team fouls. Klund, here comes his first attempt. It's up, and it pinballs in and out, no good. Rebounded by Russellville, but then reach in by Gage Reynolds, ties up the ball, and it's going to be a jump ball, and it's going to stay with Russellville. We got a timeout, Russellville. It's a full timeout. Minute 53 left to go. So one thing, John, I haven't checked in on our feed for a while. I haven't gotten any messages from anybody to tell me anything's going wrong or not, but I can tell you for a fact my laptop is not doing anything.
No, yeah, we're going to have to work on getting a little bit better internet service here on the stage.
Yeah, as long as you guys can still see the game at home, that's really all that matters.
Yep.
And, another thing we could do is never mess with the camera angles whatsoever and just leave it on the full court view all the time, but that's no fun for you and me.
It's not.
Well, all right. We got a viewer, one of our top secret viewers at home that texts us and lets us know that things are going swell. So, keep letting us know that, folks. Video and sound are good. We got a lot of people chipping in, and I appreciate it because, like I said, we are in uncharted waters, and I don't swim that well when it comes to technology.
Yeah, it can be aggravating at times.
Yeah, no doubt about it. All right, here we go. A minute and 50 seconds left on the clock. Ball is defended by Hirschvogel. Ball's flipped in the paint. Stolen by Klund, picked up by Hirschvogel. Hirschvogel flips it over to Harlan. Harlan brings the ball up the floor, aggressively pushing it up. Gets the ball a little bit high on his dribble and over to Gage Reynolds on the wing into Hirschvogel on the low left baseline. Yeah, you'd like to see him kind of square up and make a move. He's acting a little bit skittish tonight. Now he's posting up down there, and now Gage Reynolds, that's going to be off. I could tell when it left his hand it wasn't in line, but an offensive rebound comes down. Landon Allen has the ball, flips it to Gage. Gage goes up and under scoop, and they foul him. Gage is going to step to the line shooting 2 free throws. That foul's on number 32. That's Caden Cook. His second foul, 9th team foul for Russellville. First free throw attempt is good for Gage, 51-33. Second free throw attempt is good for Gage Reynolds. Good job, Gage. Way to step to the line, knock down your free throws. All right, another long three by Russellville is good. And they are hot in this fourth quarter from deep. 52-36 is our score. 60 seconds left to play in the ball game. Ball is passed into the post for Hirschvogel, who drives the basket, lays it up, and it doesn't go. Rebounded by a Russellville player. The ball was poked around by 3 or 4 different players. Gage Reynolds just absolutely took out his teammate, Chase Klund, at half court. But they get up. They're all good. Long rebound. Ball is on the floor. Laid on by Caden Cook. I think that's Cook, yep. And the Russellville coach, I believe that's Coach Finkmeyer, calls a quick timeout. So we got 40 seconds left to play in this game. And again, a solid effort tonight by the Jamestown JV Eagles. They came out and really performed well. And, they just took care of things on both ends of the court. They hit some baskets early and just looked good doing it.
Yeah, overall, had a real good showing up tonight and put up 52 points. You'll take that for a JV game, and hopefully that leads into our varsity game.
Absolutely. Let's carry that momentum on over, folks. 40 seconds left to play. Ball is flipped into the paint. And up, no good. Hirschvogel pokes it up. Gage Reynolds pokes it up. Rebounded by a Russellville player. That's 24. Bryce Bryant, he lays it up and in. And Jamestown lead is 16 points. Klund handles the pressure and the ball. 21 seconds, he's going to pull it out. Russellville's still going to play defense, though, so you got to handle your business. But Jamestown's going to try and run the clock off of this thing, and rightly so. There's no reason to try and score now. 16-point lead, 10 seconds. Jamestown's going to dribble out the clock unless Russellville fouls him. Shane could look to maybe pass this ball against the double team, and he picks it up, and he does. He flips it over to Landon Allen, to Chase Klund, and that's the ball game. 52-38, and my internet service seems like it came back on. And let's go to our scoreboard here and see if my camera will do its trick. I don't know. I'm going to try and – well, we've already reset the scoreboard anyway, so let's pull this back out to the gym. I don't know if my internet service is going to be great. Okay, so we got 12 minutes on the clock. We're going to come back to you in about 8 minutes. We'll come back to you with about 4 minutes left to go in the half and pick up to you and start bringing you some ideas about this varsity game coming forward. Thanks for tuning in. You're on JSPN Basketball. Okay, we're coming back to you live now from Jamestown High School. The varsity boys game is getting ready to start. We got about 3.5 minutes left on the clock before that happens. Want to give you an update on Friday night. So this is homecoming week at Jamestown, and we are playing Prairie Home Bunston this Friday evening. But we have had some changes to the schedule that we want to update everybody on. Friday night's game will now start at 5:30 p.m. That's a 5:30 start time. The varsity girls will play first. The varsity girls will play at 5:30, and then they will be followed by the JV boys. Our Jamestown JV boys will play second. The varsity boys game has been postponed due to COVID-19 reasons. Prairie Home had some players that got quarantined, and safety first, we had to postpone the boys' game. So that's unfortunate on Friday night for homecoming. I feel for our boys that want to, play their homecoming, especially the seniors. But there's just nothing in this day and age, John. There's nothing you can do about those kind of things.
Yeah, with this past year, you just never know day to day, and it is unfortunate for our senior boys, but you move on and play the next game.
We do have every intention of rescheduling that game, and we hope that as early as Monday of next week on Martin Luther King Day, we'll be able to update fans with a rescheduled basketball game. Now, again, back to Friday night. After the JV boys game, that's when the coronation will be held and the Sapphire dance. And I believe the Sapphires will dance first and then the coronation, the coronation will have to come last because every mother and every grandmother that's here that night will have to take pictures on the court. They'll be down the court, and the gym floor you'll never get it cleared.
Yep.
So,
because
moms and grandmas got to get their pictures, and I will not stand between them to do that.
Nope.
We're at 1:30 seconds left to here at between the two games here at Jamestown tonight. We're playing the Russellville Indians. Now, John, the Russellville Indians, we've got their record standing at 3 wins, 8 losses. But at the same time, you look at Russellville, they're a bigger school, larger class than we are, play a little different competition. They play in a tough conference, and I've heard they're playing some good ball lately.
Yeah, I've heard, there's been some scores on there that, they're playing really good right now, and I'm sure they'll be ready to give our boys a good challenge.
Welcome once again, ladies and gentlemen, to Jamestown for our varsity game tonight. We would always remind players and fans to show respect and sportsmanship throughout these ball games. Here are tonight's River Region Credit Union starting lineups. First of all, for Russellville, number 4, Alex Oligschlager. Number 5, Jake Schulte. Number 15, Jesse Daniel. Number 22, Charlie Miller. And number 40, Bladen Kramer. And now get on your feet for your Jamestown Eagles. Starting number 0, Travis Barber. Number 3, Tristan Jones. Number 11, Bradley Shintal. Number 13, Cole Higgins. And number 23, Max Sorrells. Jamestown is coached by Jay Thompson and assisted by Katie Smith. We are ready to tip off here. So it's 8 minutes on the clock. All right, and the tip-off is controlled by Russellville, and it's and here we go. Okay, so moving the ball back and forth around the perimeter. Russellville's got some big players out here. This number 40, Bladen Kramer, is a big dude, and he's also sporting a mullet power. And they're trying to get the ball into Kramer down low, but Barber doing a good job of guarding in the low post. Ball's moved around the perimeter. And good defense in the low post by Barber and Bradley Shintal. Both really defending their man really well in the low post. 3-second in the lane violation called against Russellville. I think that's against number 5, Jake Schulte. And senior Tristan Jones brings the ball up the floor. Tristan Jones starts the offense, flips it over to Bradley Shintal on the right wing, out to Cole on the top of the key. Over to Tristan, who pounds it into the paint for Travis Barber. 2-dribble spin move, doesn't go. Kick back out to Jones. Jones for 3, doesn't go. Rolls over the rim, rebounded by Russellville. That's number 15, Jesse Daniel. And a great steal by Tristan Jones, just takes it away and flips it across the court to Cole Higgins. Athletic move, layup doesn't go, rebounded by number 4. And then he flips it to a teammate, and it's picked up by Cole Higgins on his way back through the traffic. And now Jamestown slows it down. Tristan Jones over to Mac Sorrells on the left wing. Mac holds the ball high overhead, flips it over to Cole. Cole over to Bradley, and Bradley over to Tristan over on the far right wing. Back to Mac, top of the key. Entry pass into the paint for Barber is poked away by Kramer. Travis Barber and Bladen Kramer, both big, strong guys down at the post, and that's going to be a battle all game long, John Murray.
Yeah, well.
And just like that, Barber. Oh, and another great steal by Cole Higgins, and he misses the layup once again. So 2 great steals by Cole underneath our basket, but just can't get the basket to go through the hoop. Just can't get through the basketball to go through the hoop. You all knew what I meant. All right, here we go. Okay, now a long 3 by number 22. Charlie Miller is good for Russellville, and Russellville's first on the scoreboard. They lead 3-0. All right. Barber with the ball, flips it out to Jones. Jones, right-handed dribble, flips it over to Mac. Mac pulls up for 3. Pinballs in and out. Great rebound by Cole Higgins, who goes up strong to get that. Flips it back out to Tristan Jones. Jones back out to Cole on the left wing. Left wing for Cole. He passes it back into the left corner for Tristan Jones, who flips it back to Cole, top of the key. Cole splits the defenders, kicks it out to Bradley Shintal on the right corner for 3. It's strong, doesn't go. And rebound by Russellville. Ball's brought up the floor by number 5, Jake Schulte. Ball into the left corner for Russellville. Drives the lane. The ball is blocked by Cole. Cole is playing some great defense to start this game, John Murray.
Cole's been really aggressive so far, and you got to love it.
Entry pass once again for Travis Barber. And Bladen Kramer pokes the ball away again. I really like how the Eagles keep trying to go inside to Barber. I think they need to go attack him, attack Kramer inside, try to get some fouls against him and get his big size out of the game. Bradley Shintal drives the left-hand lane, flips it up no good, and the ball is poked out of bounds, and it stays with Jamestown. Coach Thompson calls out the offense from the sideline, sets up their play. 4 minutes and 36 seconds on the clock in the first quarter. Max Sorrells with the ball, throws it to Bradley Shintal, who handles the basketball between the circles, top of the key. Into the middle of the paint for Jones, and it's up and in, and Jamestown's on the board. And the score is 3-2, Russellville lead. Russellville passes the ball around the perimeter, swings the ball, looking for their baseline cutter. That's defended by Bradley Shintal. Baseline drive here. Good defense, Max Sorrells. Way to slide your feet. Kick out to Kramer. Kramer shuffled his feet a little. That's not called. And another big step there by a Russellville player. Rebounded by Travis Barber. Flipped to Bradley Shintal. Shintal over on the left wing for Sorrells. Sorrells looks into the paint for Barber. Gets him there. Barber has the ball on the left block. Kicks it back out to Jones. Jones top of the key to Cole Higgins. Across the paint. Crossed over to the wing for Max Sorrells. Max Sorrells back top of the key for Jones, who drives. Goes up with the short jumper, and that's good. And it's 4-3. Jamestown takes the lead. Tristan Jones has all 4 points for Jamestown. Russellville with the ball. Passes it into the left corner. Hits the baseline cutter. Comes up strong. Kicks it out top of the key for number 15. Number 15 is check my book here, Jesse Daniel, but that's rebounded by Max Sorrells as Daniel's shot doesn't go. Cole passes the ball into Barber on the right baseline. Cole cuts through the paint. Oh, he's wide open, lays it up, and he misses the layup. Just shorts it. Got underneath the basket just a little too much. Cole Higgins is so fast, John, that sometimes he's just not in the position he wants to be in. He gets there too quick.
Yeah.
Tristan Jones is wolfed by number 4, Alex Olenschlager. He pokes the ball out of bounds. Jamestown ball underneath their basket. It's going to be timeout Russellville with 2 minutes and 48 seconds left on the clock. Russellville calls a 30-second timeout. So, John, I was saying, Cole Higgins, he's so fast, so athletic, so aggressive, and sometimes his body's out in front of what his hands need to do.
It is. But you gotta love, he's been really aggressive so far this game. He's had several steals, had several good rebounds, and he's had several good looks at the basket, just hadn't had him fall yet. Both teams have been a little sluggish to start here. It's 4-3, 5 minutes and 12 seconds into the game. A little bit rusty, maybe a little bit of pressure. Hopefully this game will kind of get into a flow and we'll start getting some baskets.
We had almost 60 points scored by the Jamestown JV Eagles in the last game, so you know the offense is there.
Yep.
These guys just got to find their rhythm.
Yes, they do.
And Cole Higgins is going to catch a break right now. He's going to sit on the bench for a few minutes, grab some water and a towel. Into the game for him is Skylar Duncan. Jamestown set up in an offset box formation. Max Sorrells curls, and the ball's flipped out to him on the Jamestown Eagles letters on the sideline. Tristan Jones flips the ball up to Skylar Duncan, top of the key, who dribbles 2 bounces, kicks it out to Bradley Shent on the left wing, who brings the ball up to top of the key and back to Skylar Duncan on the right wing, who replaced him there. Duncan drives the lane and misses his layup. Might have had some contact there. A great pass from Russellville, number 5, Jake Schulte, down to his teammate, number 22, Charlie Miller, and they lay it up and in and regain the lead, 5-4. Ball's into the top of the lane for Barber. Barber looking, trying to give the ball to somebody, and he finally kicks it out to Duncan. Duncan, top of the key, over to Bradley on the right wing. Bradley standing on the Eagles. Back out to Skylar Duncan, top of the key for 3. Hits the back of the rim, doesn't go. It's poked loose by Travis Barber and out of bounds. And it's going to be Russellville ball. So early on, other than a couple nice jumpers by Tristan Jones, the lid has been on the basket for the Eagles.
Yep.
Russellville feeds the ball down into the paint, kicks it back out top of the key. Top of the key, 3-pointer for number 22, Charlie Miller, and that's good. And it's 8-4 Russellville. And right now, Russellville riding a little bit of a high. They got the momentum. Ball's into Barber, top of the key on the right elbow. Over to Bradley, who comes around, looks for the 3, doesn't take it, kicks it over to Jones to his left. Jones dribbles, resets the offense top of the key, back out to Jones top of the key. He drives the lane, gives a little fake dish, goes up strong off the glass. It doesn't go. He knew it was too strong when it left his hand because he had a groan there. And I tell you what, okay, and they call traveling violation against Russellville. And, again, letting them play a little bit. Russellville's crowd cheering and jeering at the same time. Cheering turns to jeering. Shout out to my good friend, Skylar Shintal. Hi, Skylar. If you're watching, John and EH say hi. Skylar Duncan, top of the key, passes it over to Tristan Jones, back over to Max Sorrells. Max Sorrells' 3-point attempt, no good. And the ball is going to be out on Russellville, called Jamestown ball. Tristan Jones to inbound the ball, and a curl to Skylar Duncan, and a quick shot doesn't go. And it's out once again on Russellville. That rebound comes down off a Russellville player's hands and rolled out of bounds. And the second consecutive inbounds play for the Eagles is called. Ball's inbounded to Sorrells. Sorrells over to Duncan, top of the key. Duncan back over to Sorrells. Bradley on the right wing. Hits Tristan Jones on the curl, who pulls up for the jumper. Back out to Bradley. Bradley for a deep 3. Doesn't go. Jamestown shots are a little flat in this first quarter, only 14 seconds left to play before the end of it. Russellville's coach calling out, and its ball is poked away, deflected, and a long two-point shot for Russellville doesn't go, and that's the end of the quarter, and the score is 8-4 Russellville. So John Murray, like you said, a sluggish first quarter for both teams. Russellville has the advantage.
Yeah, I mean, each team had one player that scored the ball, and right now they have the 8-4 advantage. At times we are a little slow coming out of the gate. We've had a couple of those games where we struggled in that first quarter, and hopefully in the second quarter we'll start finding our rhythm and starting getting some of those shots to fall. And we've had a lot of good shots taken. They just haven't been falling so far, and so that's something we hope that Jamestown can correct here in the second quarter.
So, again, we're having a little bit of technical difficulties with our scoreboard, and I wonder if it has something to do with our antenna. It's a wireless scoreboard operation, so it looked like the antenna was maybe not in a good position, so we'll see if we can't get that fixed. In the meantime, we got Zach Hargis onto the floor for the Jamestown Eagles, and Cole Higgins is back into the game as well as Evan Shinto. So 3 subs came into the game for Jamestown. It's Evan, Skyler, Tristan, Zach Hargis, and Cole Higgins. Higgins drives the baseline, takes a Euro step, lays it up, and finally it rolls home. 8-6. Russellville has the lead. Ball's picked up by Russellville, and that's over to Miller. Miller flips it out to number 4. That's Alex Oligschlager. Back out to number 5, Jake Schulte, top of the key. He flips it over to number 10, Kristen Seaver. Seaver back out to Oligschlager. Power steps, and he's fouled on the shot. And they're going to call two shots there on that, 2 free throw attempts.
That's the first foul of the game.
We are 7 seconds left on the clock in the second quarter. And that's the called against either team in this game.
Which is surprising because, both teams are physical teams. And like I said, they've been letting them play some. And as a fan, you love to see it.
Well, like neither team's that good defensively, I'll tell you that. Both free throw attempts are missed. 8-6 is our score. 7 minutes, 5 seconds on the clock. Tristan Jones is going to bring it up. Long three-pointer for Jones. Bam! Jamestown takes the lead, 9-8. And a great drive right down to the basket for Russellville. And again, no fouls called. Nothing called there. And Russellville resets their offense up at the top of the key for number 5, Jake Schulte, with the ball. Oh, and a great little play there by the Russellville Indians. A backdoor cut gets all Jamestown defenders sleeping. And once again, Russellville regains the lead, 10-9. Jones passes it into the paint for Hargis. Hargis back out to Jones. Jones 2 dribbles. Kicks it out to Duncan. Duncan for 3. Air ball doesn't go. Flipped out by, great save by Tristan Jones. Almost picked up by Skylar Duncan, but it's picked up by number 5, Jake Schulte of Russellville. Gage Reynolds to check in the game for Jamestown. He'll check in on the next dead ball. Pass is stolen by Evan Shintel. Pushes the ball at the floor, flips it up to Cole Higgins. And the Russellville crowd is all over these officials right now. They said Cole Higgins took an extra step, but then the ball got turned over, so we gave it back. Evan Good hands by Evan Shintel. It deflects that pass, and Tristan Jones steals the ball. And it's a 2-on. Well, I guess it ended up being all right. Tristan Jones went at 2 defenders, but he draws the contact. Called the foul on number 5. That's Jake Schulte, his first personal, Russellville's first team foul. And Tristan Jones, first free throw attempt is flat. It hits off the back of the iron and bounces straight back out. Second free throw attempt for Jones is short, and it hits off the front of the iron. Tristan Jones, usually a pretty good free throw shooter. Neither one of them goes for him that time. Jamestown's down by 1. Travis Barber to check back into the game now for the Eagles. Bradley Shintel also steps over to the scorer's table. So a long three-point attempt from the right corner for Miller doesn't go. Rebounded by Evan Shintel. Good rebound, Evan. Way to go up and get that. Jamestown has the ball, top of the key. Swung over into the left corner for Evan Shintel. Back out top of the key for Gage Reynolds, who lowers his shoulders and drives the lane. Flips it back out to Evan Shintel right behind him. Evan replaced him up high, and Gage turned around and passed it straight back to him. Cole Higgins with the ball now, drives the lane, goes up strong, flips it up, doesn't go. He was there was some contact with a Russellville player as he went up, but they don't call the foul. Again, they're letting him play in this game. Only 2 total fouls called in this game so far. 1 team foul both ways, and there's the third team. There's the third foul for both teams, and that's going to go against number 15, Zach Hargis. That's his first personal, Jamestown's second team foul, and it's going to be 2 shots for number 4, Alex Oligschlager. First free throw attempt is good, and substitutions into the game. So Zach Hargis, Evan Shintel, and Cole Higgins going to grab a seat for the Eagles. On the floor for the Eagles right now, Tristan Jones, Gage Reynolds, Bradley Shintel, Travis Barber, and Max Sorrells. Second free throw attempt is no good for Russellville, and that ball is tracked down in the corner by Travis Barber. He gives it up to Bradley Shintel. Bradley passes it over to Max Sorrells on the left wing. Back up to the top of the key for Jones. Jones across to Reynolds. Reynolds over to Bradley Shintel. Back up to Max Sorrells. Sorrells has the ball, top of the key. Flips it over to Tristan Jones. Now it's for Bradley. Bradley guys it up for 3, and that thing goes down and doesn't go. Rebounded by Bladen Kramer, the big boy, number 40 for Russellville. Big, strong kid. Looks like he'd play football. And Russellville has a football program now. I bet he does play football. I bet a lot of these guys play football for Russellville. His shot is up, well defended by Travis Barber, and it doesn't go. Now Bradley Shintel brings the ball up the floor for the Eagles. They got the ball into the low baseline for Travis Barber, who flips it to Sorrells on the cut, and that layup is good. Max Sorrells lays it in. The score is 11-11. Good defense by Jones. Jones stays really low when he defends on ball, which is what you got to do as a defender. He can get his hands in there on the dribble a lot of times and get some clean steals that way. Gage Reynolds moving his feet. Oh, and they dump it off to Kramer, and Kramer lays it in for 2. That's a good little dump pass there. Little shovel pass against 2 defenders. Left Kramer wide open right in front of the basket, and he scores. Tristan Jones with the ball on the left wing, pulls it up for 3. It doesn't go. Kramer with the rebound for Russellville. Russellville leads 13-11, and they have the ball. 2 minutes and 32 seconds remaining in the half. Number 33 pulls up for the short jumper, doesn't go, and the ball's going to be out on Kramer. His momentum carries him out of the door frame into our lobby. He comes back in. And substitutions on the floor for Jamestown. Cole Higgins back into the game. He replaces Gage Reynolds. So we have our original starters on the floor now for the Jamestown Eagles. Bradley, Tristan, Cole, Travis Barber, and Max Sorrells. It won't be much longer, and I expect to see those Jamestown Lady Eagles walking back through the door. Hey, Max Sorrells drives the lane, pushes it up and in. And now we got 13 all. I was going to say, looking for those victorious Jamestown Lady Eagles coming back through the lobby doors any time now. Their trip from Versailles, they may have stopped at McDonald's and got themselves a hamburger.
Victory meal.
A victory hamburger always tastes better. Russellville has a couple shots go up, and they get their own rebound. They set up their offense. A little sloppy right now, but Jamestown's defense is holding. Just can't seem to capitalize on any sloppy passes, and there they do. A pass is deflected by Tristan Jones, picked up to Cole, who throws it out to Max Sorrells. Max layup's no good. Mac had to go over a defender, and he did a good job of not drawing the contact there because that defender was set. Mac probably would have picked up possibly a charge call if he'd have gone into him. Yeah, the Jamestown Lady Eagles went on the road tonight. Split schedule in Jamestown tonight. We don't see those very often. But they went down to Versailles and picked up a victory. So good job, Lady Eagles, and Coach Myers and Coach Howard for picking up that W on the road. Good solid win for that team. A three-pointer in the corner for Russellville doesn't go, and a great rebound. Tristan Jones, way to go up and get that. He really. Travis Barber with the paint on the left block. He goes hard into Kramer, makes a spin move, goes up and in. Strong move, Travis Barber. And John.
Great move for Travis against the bigger defender.
Yeah, and a three-pointer quickly down the floor is hit by number 5. That's Jake Schulte. So with 30 seconds half, Russellville has a 1-point lead, 16-15. 22 seconds left on the clock. Bradley Schentel handles the ball. Picks it up on the left wing, kicks it out to Max Sorrells, top of the key. Mac over to Tristan Jones on the right wing. Tristan drives the baseline, kicks it out opposite corner for Bradley, and that ball goes off the glass, no good. 6 seconds left on the clock for Miller. That ball is poked by a Jamestown player. And they call it off of Russellville, and once again the Russellville crowd jeering. The Russellville crowd has not been happy with Jamestown or with these officials in this game. Tristan Jones, and that doesn't go, and it's 16-15, your halftime score. Yeah, Russellville's crowd has been on these officials for both games now so far. But here again, you know, you pointed it out. We've only got 2 team fouls against Jamestown, 1 team foul against Russellville. Let them play.
They are. And again, like I said earlier, as a fan, you love to see them let it play. That you get a lot more of a flow to a game. Now, you can't really tell that by the scoreboard. You know, a 16-15 ball game, it's been kind of an ugly half. I don't think either team's really played bad. You know, there's been a lot of good shots that just haven't gone in, and so that's something, you know, hopefully the ball will start dropping for us in the second half, and we start to score some points.
Well, we're going to take a little break here at halftime of this game. We got 9 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock, and we'll come back with about just under 3 minutes in this quarter. So you can stay tuned in or step away, go get you a snack, go to the bathroom, come back. We'll see you in a few minutes. Okay. Have some camera difficulties. We're doing our best to try and correct that as we go. But I got with me a couple of the Jamestown Lady Eagles. They are back here from their game on the road tonight at Versailles, where they picked up the victory. Congratulations, ladies. 58-50, I believe, was the final score, wasn't it? 50 to 58. Okay, 58 to 50 on the night. So, what can you say about the team's effort on the road at Versailles tonight? And you're going to have to hold that microphone real close to your mouth and speak up a little bit.
I think we played.
This is I should say, because our camera isn't in. This is Jolene Sorrells, and we got Kylie Russell. Okay, and I don't see any other Lady Eagles in the house tonight. Do we have any other Lady Eagles?
Not either,
A lot of them must have just went on home.
I think it's just
Okay, so Jolene, you got the microphone. How do you feel about how your team played tonight?
I feel like we played a really good defensive game tonight. There's a lot of fouls tonight, though. We got in a lot of foul trouble.
Yeah.
We're going to have to work on that.
Yeah.
But overall,
Was any individual in foul trouble? Had to sit for a while?
well, I had 4 fouls in the third quarter, so that was not good. But Maddie ended up fouling out with about – oh, Anna fouled out. Sorry, my bad. Anna Shepperly fouled out with about a minute and 30 left. We had about 2 minutes left.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we had a couple girls in foul trouble, but we ended up pulling out the win with only one girl sitting, I think. So
That's good.
Yeah.
And Kylie, I was watching some of the game early on. We had it on in the lobby and on our TV in the cafeteria. Early on, it looked like it was a little bit of a slow start offensively, but then you guys started hitting some shots. What can you say about your offense tonight?
Yeah. It was all right.
It was all right.
I think there's room for improvement on that.
Well, there's always
but,
room for improvement, yeah.
I think we picked it up.
But you scored. I mean, you scored 58 points. I mean, that's a pretty good night.
Yeah.
So that's above your all's average. So good job going on the road and putting points on the board. You guys really pressured them.
I definitely think their offense or their defense was not as strong. So I think we were able to get some more open shots and look inside at our post more tonight than we have.
Yeah,
been
and I
able
saw
to.
Maddie finish some shots when I had a chance to watch. Looked like she played strong down in the paint for you guys.
Yeah, she was doing pretty good. So
3 minutes left at the halftime here in the Jamestown Eagles game. Jamestown is currently down to Russellville 16-15. So girls, Friday night, homecoming
yes.
against arch rival.
Yes.
All right, and it's the Prairieton Dragon Cats coming to town. And what do you guys know about them? You know, I mean, they're going to be well coached. They're going to play hard.
We know they have like 6 girls. They can't handle, supposedly, they cannot handle pressure that well. But as long as we can keep our intensity up the whole game, I think it'll be a really good game to watch.
Okay, Kylie, what about you? What do you think about Friday night?
Well, we know that they're going to kind of sit back a little, so hopefully that gives us a chance to run our offense and
Yeah.
do what we need to do.
Get a jump start in the beginning.
Absolutely. Well, after almost 2 decades of working at Jamestown, here's one thing I know. It doesn't matter how good you are or how bad you are. It doesn't matter how good Prairie Home is or how bad Prairie Home is. When Prairie Home and Jamestown play each other, there's going to be a crowd, and everybody's rooting for their team to win. This gym over here is going to be 1/2 blue and 1/2 red, and it's going to be an intense atmosphere. So why don't you guys just go ahead and bring home 2 wins this week? That'd be good, huh?
And that's what we're thinking, too. That's the goal.
Well, congratulations on your win tonight, ladies. Thank you for joining us for our JSPN halftime show.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, absolutely. Congratulations to the Jamestown Lady Eagles on their win on the road tonight. That was Kylie Russell, the sophomore, and Jolene Sorrells, the freshman. They came in here to watch the boys play, so we pulled them over here and interviewed them at halftime.
That's good.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Thank you. Mullet power.
Yep.
All right, well, it's 1 minute left in the halftime. They're going to get the clocks reset, and we're ready to roll in the second half. Now, John, what are the Jamestown Eagles? I mean, they're only down by 1. And like I said, these officials are letting them play. But what do we got to do better in this second half?
You know, the biggest thing I think is we just got to finish. You know, we've had a lot of point-blank shots, you know, layups are within 10 foot that just haven't been falling for us in that first half. You know, we've also missed several threes, and I'd like to see, you know, if the three's not falling, you know, pound that ball inside. And we've done a good job working inside. like I said, they just haven't been falling for us yet, and something I think will come as the game moves on. At least I hope so.
As long as you keep taking shots, you still have chances to make shots. We had a lot of attempts on basket in the first half. Let's see if we can start to capitalize on those. Okay, so it's going to be Russellville ball to start the second half. All right, and here we go. Get my program back out here. I'll do my best to bring you these Russellville players and their names here as we go. You'd think I'd learn them, but it's just too much information for this old brain to handle all at once. So number 15, that's Jesse Daniel. He handles the ball. And then that's Kramer over there, number 40. He's the big boy, defended by Travis Barber. They're moving the ball around the perimeter, and they throw the ball into the paint for Kramer, but the ball's loose, and it's picked up by Tristan Jones. And instead of breaking, he decides to handle the ball. And he brings it up and sets up his offense, tells his offense, hey, let's go. And it's kicked out on the right wing to Bradley Shintaw. Looks for Mac Sorrells on the curl. Mac picks the ball up top of the key. Over to Jones on the left wing. Pump fakes the pass. Back out to Cole Higgins. Cole for three. Doesn't go. And once again, Jamestown's cold shooting continues. Russellville handles the ball. Passes it around the perimeter. Swung back the other way around the perimeter. Kramer, the big boy, handling the ball outside. Jamestown just kind of sitting right there. Not a lot of energy in the gym right now. Jamestown fans are quiet, and they get the ball to Kramer. He misses his layup. Rebound, Bradley Shintaw. Come on, Jamestown fans, let's make some noise. We got to get some energy up in this place and help these Eagles out. Travis Barber with the ball in the left block. He takes a power dribble, wants to go at Kramer, does a spin move, up and under, lays it up and in. Jamestown with the first lead of the second half.
Great move by the junior for Jamestown. Power down and, backed him in and made a good spin move.
Absolutely. Went up and under the big man. I'd say Travis Barber. Travis is not a small guy, and he's giving up several pounds against Kramer. Kramer's a big, strong football player, I'm sure. And the ball goes into the paint for number 4. Number 4 is Oleg Schlager. His shot doesn't go. Rebounded Jamestown. Tristan Jones pushes the ball up the floor on the left side over to Mac Sorrells. Mac into the paint for Travis Barber. Travis makes another move, and this time I don't see him having the position, and he kicks it out. Mac Sorrells with the ball in the right corner. He's looking for Bradley Shintaw on the curl. Bradley with a great pass to Travis Barber. Fake shot, up and in, and draws the foul against Kramer. Great move, Travis.
And a great pump fake by Travis Barber to get number 40 in the air and put it in with the foul.
And a couple scores in a row for Jamestown. They've got a 19-16 lead, a chance to take a 4-point lead. And Jamestown fans getting into it a little bit now. Hey, when the halftime score is 16-15, it's hard to get excited.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot just to get that momentum going.
Travis's free throw is no good, and it's rebounded by Kramer. He gives the ball out to number 22, Charlie Miller. Back up to Kramer. Kramer with the ball at the free throw line. Ball's back on the perimeter for Russellville. Handles, passes the ball around. Number 15, Jesse Daniel. Over to number 5, Jake Schulte. Back out to Daniel. Daniel puts the ball on the floor and goes at Jones, and Jones is called for the block foul. Each team with one team foul so far in this first few minutes of the third quarter. There were only 3 total team fouls in the first half. I guarantee you neither one of these teams can defend that well. And, John, that's always scary to me as when I coached, when they let them play in the first half and then officials sometimes feel like they have to overcorrect in the second half. Next thing you know, everybody's in foul trouble.
Yeah, and let's hope that's not the case.
So 4 minutes and 58 seconds left on the clock. We have as many team fouls called in this half so far as we did in the entire first half. Long three-point attempt for Russellville is good. That's Charlie Miller. He hit that one from the top of the key, and it's 19 all. Going to have to defend him. Right now, I would say the style of play that this game is seeing benefits Russellville. Jamestown's going to have to get the tempo of this game picked up just a little bit. And Tristan Jones tries to force the ball into Travis Barber down and low, and it's stolen by Kramer. Russellville brings the ball the other way. Russellville with the ball, top of the key, and that's going to be a block foul on Cole Higgins. Jamestown's getting themselves stood straight up on defense instead of staying low, and Russellville's taking advantage. Russellville moving the ball around the three-point line. Back and forth like a game of keep away. Skip the ball across the far side of the court. Set shooter was number 5. That's Schulte. His three-point shot doesn't go, but he gets his own rebound. Top of the key for Miller. Miller defended by Higgins. Jamestown switches, kicked out in the corner for number 5. Schulte doesn't go. Three-point attempt, no good. Rebound, Max Sorrells. And Kramer reaches in, and the foul's called against him. Substitution for both teams. Skylar Duncan checking into the game for Cole Higgins. Cole had already sat down. I missed him. Okay, so 3 minutes and 37 seconds in the third quarter. 19-19 is the score. That's 2 fouls on their big man, Kramer. He takes a breather on the bench. Max Sorrells with the ball, swings it around to Tristan Jones. Tristan takes one dribble, goes through the legs, kicks it out to Mack on the right wing. Mack drives baseline. He's defended by number 5. Number 5 is Schulte. Bradley Chentel with the ball, right-handed dribble, jump stops, flips it back out to Max Sorrells. Mack with the ball. Quiet gym here at Jamestown. Not a lot of fan noise. Long three-point attempt from Bradley doesn't go. Hits off. Oh, great rebound, Travis Barber. And then he's fouled as he tries to pass the ball out to Bradley. Quiet gym over there. We need a blue crew. We need those Lady Eagles that were over here being interviewed earlier to get some chants going down over there in the blue crew section. Make some noise, Jamestown fans. Tristan Jones with the ball, drives right at the block, goes up strong and lays it up and in. And he's fouled on his way up. He'll be shooting a free throw. Fouls on number 33, Simon Hartman. He comes out of the game, 40. That's Bladen Kramer replaces him. He has 2 fouls. So 4 team fouls for Russellville, 3 team fouls for Jamestown. Tristan Jones trying to complete the three-point play. His free throw attempt is good, and he does, and it's 22-19. Jamestown up 3. So Russellville moving the ball around the perimeter. And a little push-off doesn't get called. Rebounded by Travis Barber. Coach Jay Thompson of the Eagles telling his team, push the ball up the floor, let's go. Get that momentum going. Get that speed. Evan Shintel and Zach Hargis to check in the game for the Jamestown Eagles. Skylar Duncan has the ball at the top of the key. Gives it up to Tristan Jones, who drives at a defender. Back out to Bradley. Bradley drives the lane, splits 2 defenders, lays it up and in, and they have a 5-point lead with 2 minutes and 2 seconds left to play in the third quarter. And we got a full timeout called. There you go. Full timeout called by Russellville. Tristan Jones exclaiming loudly, let's go, to his teammates. And it's still quiet gym here, you know. When your team makes a run like that, you kind of would like to see your crowd get on their feet and make a few applause. Cole Higgins checks into the game for Jamestown.
And that's like looking for the Eagles. You know, right now we're 1 for 14 from three-point. And so that's something, I think we need to do a good job of pounding that ball inside and, driving. And, now that we're starting to get some fouls, keep attacking and get to that free throw line.
Absolutely. 2 minutes left to play. Right at 2 minutes is when they called that timeout. Jamestown's made a little bit of a run here in this quarter. And, it's not a big run, but as this game looked, there's not been a lot of scoring. So a 5-point run seems significant at this point. 24-19 is our score. All right, Russellville ball. Ooh, Russellville handling the ball now. Jamestown running their man-to-man defense. Skylar Duncan defending the ball. Ball is skipped across the court to number 5. That's Schulte. Now to number 10. 10 is Seaver. Ball in the paint to Kramer. And like a pinball, a Russellville player gets knocked all around. And finally, it was going to be a foul called against Cole Higgins as number 10, Christopher Seaver. Chris Seaver tries to lay the ball in. He's fouled by Cole Higgins. He's going to step to the line shooting 2. It's going to be two personal fouls on number 13, Cole Higgins. First free throw attempt is good. 24-20 is the score. Second free throw attempt is also good, and now the Jamestown lead is only 3. Jamestown moving the ball around. Evan Shental now holding the ball on the left wing out to the right corner for Tristan Jones. Bam! 27-21 Jamestown off the Tristan Jones three-pointer. Nice smooth shot from him in the right corner. Jamestown defending man-to-man. We got Tristan Jones, Skylar Duncan, Cole Higgins, Evan Shental, and Zach Hargis on the floor for the Eagles. And Jamestown not moving their feet very well on defense, but the ball is missed. The shot is missed. The ball is poked away. Zach Hargis goes up strong for the layup. He's fouled. And the Russellville crowd's jeering that one, but I do not agree with them on that one.
Yeah, I thought there was a lot of contact there. I mean,
a lot of contact in the body.
Good.
You know,
Russellville
maybe
doesn't agree, but
maybe it was all ball on top, but there was a lot of body underneath. So Zach's going to be shooting 2. First free throw attempt is short, doesn't go. Substitutions for Russellville. Second free throw attempt from Zach Hargis is short. Again, doesn't go. Rebounded strongly by Kramer. Ball is pushed up the floor by Russellville very quickly. Defended by Evan Shental right now. Ball's now at the top of the key. A long three-pointer for Russellville doesn't go, and it's rebounded by Skylar Duncan. But that ball, as he tries to flip it over to Evan, is stolen by number 10, Christopher Seaver. So a little sloppiness there from the Jamestown Eagles. And then Jamestown fouls as the ball is tried to be laid in by Russellville. That foul is on number 25, Skylar Duncan. Each team has 5 team fouls. And number 15, Jesse Daniel, is going to be shooting 2 free throws. First one is good. Second free throw attempt is good. 27-23, and only 20 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Jamestown leading 27-23. Jamestown has the ball, 13 seconds. And as the ball goes under the 10-second mark, Tristan Jones drives the lane, flips it to Duncan. Duncan misses the shot. No fouls here, guys. And a long three-point attempt for Russellville. Three-quarter court shot doesn't go. And Jamestown leading 27-23 as we head to the fourth quarter. Okay, Jamestown with the ball, and we are underway in this final quarter. Live from Jamestown High School, Jamestown, Missouri. Max Sorrells with the ball, drives, splits two defender, loses his dribble, and is picked up by number 10, Christopher Seaver. And ball poked out of bounds by Tristan Jones. Russellville down 4. 7 minutes and 33 seconds left to play. Long three-point attempt. Hits off the front of the rim. Rebounded. Good box out. Travis Barber to control the rebound. He gives it over to Bradley Shintal, who throws it up the floor to Max Sorrells. Max throws it back down in the paint for Barber on the left baseline, who throws it top of the key to Cole Higgins. Cole out to Bradley on the right wing, takes a dribble and throws it across to Tristan Jones. Tristan pulls up for three. Bam! 30-23 Jamestown. Jamestown's 7-point advantage. And a lob pass goes down into Kramer, but that pass is loose. Picked up by Cole Higgins, who throws it over to Tristan Jones. Tristan brings the ball up the floor, passes it up to Bradley in the right corner. Bradley drives baseline, kicks it out Cole, top of the key. Bam! Cole Higgins with the three.
Great assist there by Bradley Shintal to look out and find Cole for the wide open three. And like we said earlier, we were not hitting the three. You know, we're still taking good shots. Eventually they'll fall, and now we're up by 10 points.
And a quick timeout from Russellville after that second three. The Jamestown bench is excited. The Jamestown crowd got into it. And, again, that helps a team keep that momentum when their crowd is energized.
Oh, one shots start to fall, and, you feel like it's going to go in now. You go from, when we were 1 for 14 before and, just hoping it goes in to now you're expecting it to go in. That confidence is so big in basketball.
Confidence is rising. That's exactly right. So here's one thing I really will say about the officials in this game. They've been consistent for both teams,
Yeah, they have been. I mean, it's 5-5 in this half. It hasn't been lopsided.
No, I think
they've been letting them play.
They've been letting them play, but I think they've called a fair game both ways. It's been even for both teams. There's no doubt. Oh, good move in the lane by number 4. That's Oligschlager. But he just can't get his shot to go from the low post. And it's Jamestown ball. Travis Barber with the ball on the right baseline. Couple of cutters go through the lane. He passes both of them by. Takes a couple power dribbles. Spin move. Jump hook doesn't go. Rebounded by Kramer. Ball's poked loose, and now 15. 15 is Jesse Daniel. He controls the basketball and brings it up the floor for Russellville. The Indians, I don't know what games they have left this week. I didn't look ahead to their schedule. But Jamestown, this will be their last varsity boys game of the week. Long three-point attempt for Russellville doesn't go. That ball hit the top of the backboard. Once it hits the rim, it goes up and lands on top of the backboard. That should have been out of bounds. Now, they may have changed that rule.
And Travis will take the rebound, though.
Yeah, we got the rebound. Hey, if any of my official friends are out there, and you know that rule, give me a holler. Russellville plays Dixon later this week. My co-host John Murray, he is Johnny on the spot looking at the schedule. Good job, John. And Coach Jay Thompson calls a full timeout.
It's a good timeout. We haven't used any timeouts yet this game. 10 points, still 5 minutes, 13 seconds to go. There's still a lot of game left. And so he wants to make sure, we don't waste any possessions and, get what we need, try to stretch that lead even more.
Right. right. Jamestown in the ball here right next to us. This is as close as I can get. Okay, so there's something you don't see every day.
Coach decided he was not done talking to him.
Jay Thompson had all 5 of his timeouts. We're in the fourth quarter, 5 minutes and 12 seconds. He calls the full timeout. He's explaining his play, and then he comes over here and he asks one of the officials a question, and now I know what he was asking him. He says, can I call another timeout? And he says, well, you got to throw the ball in first. So we inbounded the ball, and Coach Thompson calls another full timeout. So we were getting, it's like that football movie I used to love back in the 90s, Unnecessary Roughness, where the player says, how many timeouts do we have left? And the quarterback says, all of them. And then the receiver says, well, can we take them all now? Maybe Coach just wants to give the guys a good break.
Maybe so. I hope it works.
Yeah, me too. Okay, so we got a Jamestown lead. 10-point advantage for the Jamestown Eagles. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, wait around and see. Your guess is as good as mine. Stick around here later in this quarter. We're going to be awarding a couple Player of the Game awards here. My scout down at Versailles has sent me a Player of the Game for the Lady Eagles, and we're going to be picking a Player of the Game for the Jamestown Eagles here at home. And those Player of the Game awards are going to be sponsored by AA Propane. So we want to thank AA Propane for their sponsorship of the Player of the Game award. And, they keep your fire lit. Give them a call. AA Propane out of California. Randy Roush and his family do a great job of keeping a lot of homes warmed up in the wintertime. All right, Cole Higgins called for an over-the-back call. That's Jamestown's 6th team foul and 3rd personal foul on Cole. Of course, at this point in the ball game, that's not a concern.
No, and he's the only. I mean, he has the most fouls in the game for any player, so there's really no foul concern for any other player.
And Jamestown almost acted like they weren't ready to play defense. And number 5, Jake Schulte, takes advantage. He splits the lane, but then misses his layup.
Napping completely.
Almost caught him napping. You're exactly right. Jamestown ball. Bradley Shintoff throws it up to Max Sorrells, top of the key. Mack over to Tristan. Tristan to Cole. Cole drives at his defender and then pulls it back out, kicks it to Bradley. Bradley goes strong at the post, flips it over to Travis Barber. Travis lays it up and in, and it's a 12-point advantage for Jamestown.
Great look by Bradley. And again, for Jamestown right now, you're up by 12 with 4 minutes to go. You're not in stall mode yet, but you want to run some clock, but run your offense and still take good shots.
Absolutely. All right. Jamestown defending man-to-man. Russellville having a hard time scoring. They want to rely on the outside shot quite a bit. Travis Barber has been doing an excellent job defending Kramer. And as I say that, Kramer picks up a rebound off the backside of the glass and lays it up and in, and it's back to a 10-point game.
Travis came over to help Tristan on the weak, strong side. And
yeah.
40 was unguarded over there.
Yeah, no, that wasn't Travis's fault. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. Cole Higgins handling the ball back across to Bradley. Bradley to Tristan. Tristan drives the lane, flips it to Barber. Barber lays it up and in. Same exact set of events there for Jamestown. Scores back-to-back. And another timeout by Russellville's coach.
I mean, you keep running that until they show they can stop it.
Absolutely. So what's happening, folks, if you're – some of our fans listen to us on the radio. But if you're watching, you've been seeing it. But for those that are listening to us, if you're listening to us, they're driving the baseline, the left baseline from the left wing, and they're going hard. And when that defender slides over to help, Travis Barber is over on the backside block. He's left wide open, and our guys are dumping the ball off to him, and he's laid up 2 shots in a row that have gone in for Jamestown.
Yep. And, I mean, it's been a great play, and like I said, we'll keep running it until they show they can stop it. And 3 minutes and 22 seconds left. Hopefully we can get a few more buckets and put this thing away sometime.
Absolutely. So we got 35 people watching right now live. And let's go ahead and award during this timeout. Let's award the Lady Eagles Player of the Game, the AA Propane Player of the Game, Jamestown Lady Eagles.
Yep.
Go ahead and tell us who it is, John Murray.
And the person that was selected as the girls' Player of the Game is Maddie Sedgwick.
So congratulations, Maddie. AA Propane is going to have a McDonald's gift card for you. Once again, we want to say thank you to AA Propane and Randy Roush for sponsoring that.
Yep.
Great guy. Hey, by the way, that reminds me, I probably need to check my propane tank and see if I need to give Randy a call. I probably do.
He would like that.
Randy would absolutely love that. Aaron, we get in the final minute of this game, we'll award a Player of the Game for us, for the boys. And a short little jumper doesn't go for Russellville, but they get their own rebound and lay it up and in. That's number 22, Charlie Miller. Good job to crash the board there and lay it back up and in on the reverse layup. 3 minutes to play in this game. Jamestown up 10. Ball's poked out of bounds by Russellville. Good hands by Russellville. Clean deflection, but it's Jamestown ball on the sideline in front of their bench. Ball's inbounded to Cole Higgins, who flips it back to Tristan Jones. Tristan handles the defense, pulls his defender out, then attacks him. One-handed sling pass across the court to Max Sorrells. Now there's some good passing. Tristan with the ball up high. Max Sorrells has the ball, and that's a reach-in foul against number 5, Jake Schulte. And that's going to be their 6th team foul. So Jamestown with an inbounds play once more. But the next time, either team fouls, we're going to have a one-on-one situation. All right, Max Sorrells inbounds the ball to Tristan Jones. Jones handles, flips it to Cole. Cole's looking, and then drives right baseline towards the block and gives it to Travis Barber on the backside, and Travis's hands weren't ready. And that ball goes out of bounds. It's Russellville ball, 2 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. Jamestown leads by 10.
And that's the last thing Jamestown wants, to turn the ball over. You know, right now, run your offense and take good shots and play good defense.
And a travel call against number 10. That's Chris Seaver. And now Russellville coming out to guard in the full court. They're playing man-to-man full court defense against Jamestown. Tristan Jones handles that without a problem. Flips it over to Max Sorrells, who gives it back to Cole Higgins. Cole Higgins swings the ball back around the perimeter. They give the ball to Mack on the block. Pass to the backside block, and there they do defend it.
They're starting to key in on that backside.
Yeah. Travis Barber doing a great job hanging out on the backside block and just waiting for that pass. Yep. Tristan Jones to inbound. Cole on the curl, doesn't get open, flips it out to Mack on the right wing. Don't need any quick shots here, guys. Run some offense. Max picks it up. Come help. Hits Cole on the backdoor cut. Cole misses the rim entirely, and maybe he got a little body, maybe he didn't. But it's Russellville ball. Russellville has the ball on their side of the court, and they're running offense. And a no call there. Again, they've been letting these two teams play all game long, and they're not calling a lot of stuff. Three-point attempt by Russellville. Hits the rim, doesn't go. Rebounded by Travis Barber. Boxes out strong and gets Kramer on his back. And now Travis Barber is going to be shooting a 1-and-1 with 1:37 left to play. And Jamestown's in the bonus. That's the third personal foul on Kramer. Travis's first attempt doesn't go. So he misses the front end of the 1-and-1. Russellville rebound. They're pushing the tempo pretty aggressively. Three-pointer from the corner doesn't go. They get their own rebound. Number 4, Oligschlager with the ball, kicks it out to Miller. Miller goes up. He is fouled. Oh, I think it's on Cole. Yeah, that foul is called on Cole. I heard the slap over here at the table. Cole's 4th personal foul, Jamestown's 7th team foul. Now 22, Charlie Miller will be shooting 2 because he was fouled on the shot. Everybody takes a breather. And he makes his first attempt, and that cuts it to single digits for the Indians. They are down by 9. Jamestown needs to expect full court pressure here after a made basket. And they got to box out on a miss.
They're coming after us, yeah.
And a miss happens, and it's rebounded by Bradley Shintal. He's defended one-on-one all alone in the backcourt. Good move, Bradley Shintal. Takes it to the house and flips it over to Travis Barber, who lays it in. Great job.
By Bradley Shintal there.
Bradley Shintal took it to the house and at the last second dished it off to Barber. The ball is loose on the floor, and they're going to call a jump ball, and the possession arrow points to Russellville.
And you love to see your senior Tristan Jones diving on the floor after that ball.
Absolutely.
Sacrificing himself for the better of the team.
Russellville ball on the baseline underneath their basket. And officials timeout on the floor because we got some sweaty, wet floor out here. These guys went diving out there for it. I kind of thought the towel boy, Jay Thompson, would go out there and wipe that up. And Russellville gets the ball in. It's deflected by Cole Higgins and picked up by Travis Barber. And now they're going to call a hold foul against Russellville. And a good foul. A good call. I mean, I saw that the same way. That ball was loose, but Travis Barber came down with it, and then the Russellville player, number 10, Chris Seaver, tied him up. All right, so Travis is going to step to the line for a 1-on-1. Substitutions for Russellville. Plockberger's coming in for Russellville. Russellville down 9, 57 seconds left to play. Oh, and a steal off the rebound. Russellville rebounded the ball, but Tristan Jones was there to strip it away, and he gets the ball, and it's Jamestown basketball. And we're running clock, and a reach-in foul by number 10, Chris Seaver. His 4th personal. Team's 9th team foul, 46 seconds left to play.
And if you're Jamestown here, you got to start making your free throws.
You really do, because we have had opportunities to extend our lead, and we haven't taken advantage. That was off, not clean at all, and here we go. So 41 seconds left to play, and Miller pulls up for a quick 3, and that was down and out, doesn't go. Rebounded by Barber. Cole strips by his man, lays it up and in. 41-28, under 20 seconds left to play, and Jamestown's going to come out with this win. And, you know, like I said, John Murray, it was kind of a sloppy first half. Neither team scored a lot of points, but Jamestown does what they have to do in the second half.
You know, at halftime it was a 1-point game, but we finally started, you know, putting the ball in the basket in the second half and came away with the win. And, you know, it was an entire team win. You know, like Tristan Jones led the way with 16 points. Travis Barber had 12. Cole Higgins had 7. Yeah. Bradley Shintel had 2. Max Sorrells had 2. You know, and Barber was also big on the boards with 8 rebounds. You know, free throws, we struggled a little bit. We were 1 for 7 on free throws, and that's something, you know, we'll need to improve as the season goes along, because games are won and lost at the free throw line. You know that. You've seen that throughout your career several times.
Yeah.
You know, 3-pointers, we were 4 for 18. And I was glad to see in that second half that we started going away from the 3-point a little bit, you know, pushing the ball inside. And we did end up hitting 3-pointers in that second half, which helped us stretch that lead back out to 10 points. Yeah, it was nice to see the offense kind of get going there a little bit. And let's take about a 20-second break here and come back. You and I will discuss, and we're going to come up with a player of the game for these Jamestown Eagles. Sounds good.
Okay, we're back with you here, and you know, John Murray, several good individual efforts here tonight, but I think we are in agreement on this AA Propane player of the game for the Jamestown Eagles, and that is
Tristan Jones.
Tristan Jones led the way for the Jamestown Eagles with 16 points. He had 5 rebounds here tonight. Great effort, and really, he was the one to get things going for Jamestown, and definitely the leader on the floor.
And that's what we've talked about this off and on all season. You know, Tristan Jones is the person that we kind of run our offense through. You know, he's the overall leader of our team, our point guard, you know, senior, and so there's a lot of times we just count on him to, you know, make sure our offense is in a flow. And so he did a great job tonight, and that's why he got that award.
Well, folks, we're going to let you go. Thanks for tuning in and checking out our first game. Oh, no, stick with us for a few more minutes. I don't know how many viewers we still have with us, but Jay Thompson's going to join us for the post-game show. He wants to come up here. And here he is, Jay Thompson. Come up here and join us. Our camera is not cooperating, so we can't zoom in on your smiling face, but it's covered up with a COVID mask anyway, so just the way I like it. All right. So, Jay, slow start to the game, low-scoring affair in the first half, not a lot of fouls called. Officials let them play, but your team really broke away in the late third quarter there and made it happen. What can you tell us?
That seems to be their MO, which frustrates and stresses me out like no other, but the second half is just when we come to play, we lock up. Something we need to start doing differently pregame to get our blood flowing, get us moving more, and get us ready for that first half.
Right, and, some big shots by your guys. Tristan Jones, we gave Tristan Jones the player of the game, 16 points, 5 rebounds, but just overall leadership on the floor. What can you say about your senior?
That's what he's been all year. Nothing but leadership. Ecstatic with the way he's handled this season, stepping up and, being sole leader, vocal, and by his play on the floor as well.
Absolutely. Well, we broke the news to our viewers earlier, Friday night, homecoming, looking ahead. Disappointed that we're not going to have a varsity boys game on Friday night. But maybe a chance for some guys to rest and get to work on some things. And they're going to have a couple of at least one game next week against a tough Westran team. You know anything about them yet, or is it a little too early? You haven't got much scout.
They just finished winning the New Franklin tournament. Got a little film on them, but, they're tough. They're big, and it's, one of those games. It's not conference. It's a good game to play.
Absolutely, and we're going to go up to their place next Thursday night. And we might have some, a possibility to reschedule the Prairie home game, but we're not saying anything about that yet because we don't know for sure. So if that happens, we'll let sure all the fans know. Jay, congratulations. Love watching you coach. How does it feel having a couple of play-by-play guys in your ear right behind your bench?
You guys are right. I didn't even know you were there.
I know. We'll have to be louder next time, John.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Jay, and thanks everybody.
Thank you guys.
Appreciate it, and let's see you come out on homecoming night. Bye.